If you could have Wizards reprint one card or set of cards so that the value would be cheaper, what would it be? Leave in the comments below. And welcome to MTG Thrifty Thursdays, budget replacement for mostly Commander staples, but other things. And today we're talking about some of the most expensive cards in Magic the Gathering, and we're going to take a look here at those cards and budget replacements for them. Although the budgets are a little bit pricier, these cards are on the several $100s. So let's take a look. Specifically, we're talking about dual lands, which are, this one, Tropical Island, Forest Island. You can go fetch them with all your fetch lands. They come in untapped, and these go for several $100s, depending on which version you want and the different stuff like that, and they're very pricey. They're typically used in Commander, higher powered Commander to CDH, some of the other bigger formats. So what are some budget replacements for these cards that you can still search for? Maybe they come in untapped, different things like that. So let's look at a couple different ones. I'm going to give you ones that are a little bit pricier, $20, $30, but still way cheaper than these. And then we're going to talk about a super budget one. So obviously you have your shock lands, which you can go fetch them, and then you can have them inner tapped or untapped. So they're still fetchable. They're still good. They still come in tapped. Now they damage you if they do, so damage can happen on those, so it's two life, but still over time, life's a resource. These are really, really good replacements. They're between 15 and 30 bucks, depending on which ones you're wanting, what printing and stuff like that. Definitely a lot cheaper than a dual land. Not as good as dual land, but still very, very good. Now let's take a look at another option. You also now have the new Surveil lands. So these are a little bit more pricey because they're newer. So I've only seen one printing. So, they're also a little bit better. But they're nice, too, to go be able to fetch. They enter tap, which is the downside. But you also get to look at the top card of the library. These are nice to have. I recommend people running them if you're running cards where you can search and stuff like that. So that's another one. And let's take a look at one more. These lands are your Battle Bond lands. These are the ones that basically are Commander lands. They come in tapped if you have 2 or more opponents. Simply in Commander that you do. Now, you cannot search for these directly for, if you're searching for an island or something along those lines, but they still are really good replacements. They're in the $15 to $20 range. We've seen some reprints. Some of them are a little bit cheaper than others, depending on the colors and stuff like that. Now, let's take a look at the super budget option. Your super budget option are these tap lands. It's a Dominaria United land. There's a whole set of them. They're searchable for us. Now, granted, they come in tapped, which, again, for a super budget, probably less than $1, a lot cheaper than a dual land. It's great. Now, granted, in CDH high-powered stuff, you're not going to want to run those as much because this is just not going to do what you need to do. But the Surveil lands, the shock lands, all of those do things you want them to do, and you're great cards. And eventually, when you get dual lands, maybe you can print them, maybe you can get someone to give you a version of them. But that's it. These are dual lands. Let us know in the comments below some lands or anything you're looking for that's budget that we could try to help you find budgets for. And as always, thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time.